What is up, my friends? Happy Adidas Day to each and every one of you. You are very welcome along to this evening's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. Today is the day that Liverpool officially submitted their first and we believe second offer for Alexander Isak. I'm going to take you through what's likely to happen, what that offer entailed, who's been saying what, and try to give you a fresh perspective on it as well. We'll have a little bit on KONATE to kick us off and a few other bits and pieces that we hope keep you right up to date with where we are in this summer's window. As always, folks, I do want to know your thoughts, so feel free to let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The Anfield Agenda WhatsApp group is where it's at this summer if you want the very latest Liverpool news. So scan that QR code on the screen and join us as soon as you can. Right, let's get cracking. So we're going to start off with a bit of news about KONATE before we get into the good stuff. So Liverpool and KONATE are still in talks over a contract extension. No full agreement yet, but he is happy at the club and keen to stay. Abdallah Bouma with that report, and look, that is exactly what I want to hear as well, and I'm sure you Liverpool fans out there feel the very same as I do. This is what we want to hear. He's happy at the club and that he wants to stay, so fingers crossed we get that extension soon and that other centre-back that we know that we need. Right, enough of that, let's get to the main course, and it of course is Alexander Isak Day as well as Adidas Day. Alexander Isak is the dream signing for Liverpool to Lewis Steele. There's hope on Merseyside that Newcastle will budge on their stance. Next up, we talked a little bit about Virgil van Dijk, 34. The main goal is to sign a young defender who can eventually replace the Dutch giants at Lewis Steele. Joel Ordenez, Konstantinos Koulirakis, Giovanni Leone have all been cited as potential options. Liverpool's network of scouts have watched them, but nothing more than that. So let's keep an eye on what is happening there. Of course, another name there is Charlie Cresswell to keep in mind. Next up, we have David Ornstein, who broke out with this exclusive that said Liverpool have an offer rejected by Newcastle. Initial approach informal, now firm offer and turned down. But don't worry, we weren't hanging around. Second one going in as well. Ben Jacobs also confirmed what David Ornstein said, that the initial offer for Isak had been rejected. Next up, we had Romano saying, breaking, Liverpool plan to bid again for Alexander Isak. He wants to join Liverpool. On top of this, David Ornstein said Newcastle have rejected a formal offer. Then he went on to say Newcastle have tried to tie Isak down to an improved contract, which would have included a release clause next summer and encouraged him to stay in the North East through senior teammates. But the 25-year-old has not changed his stance, which has been made clear to the club and Isak's representatives for some time. He is pushing for this Liverpool move, ladies and gentlemen, and the offer will tell you what that was initially, and then we'll move on to the second offer. So Romano said the first offer was a £120 million package plus add-ons. Newcastle rejected that as they won't open doors at least till they find a replacement, and it's not guaranteed at this stage that they will. Next up, Ben Jacobs said 4 days ago Liverpool will only make a formal offer for Isak if given encouragement. So we must have been given some encouragement. Paul Joy said Newcastle have rejected a formal offer from Liverpool. The bid was less than £120 million. Then we move on to a potential target for Newcastle, which is now Ollie Watkins. Craig Houlden of the Daily Mail said if given encouragement, Newcastle are likely to make a move for Ollie Watkins. Talks also remain ongoing over a deal for Brentford's Yohan Wissa. Now we come on to footy accumulators who are crediting Craig Hope with this to say Anthony Gordon on his move to Liverpool collapsing last summer. I'm a human being, it's really difficult. That is why I understand what, well, Alex is going through, is what he said. I feel for him, he'll be going through a lot. This club is going through a lot. I hope everyone gets what they want in the end. Good man. Good man. I always knew I liked him. Always knew I had time for Anthony Gordon. We all want him to join, don't we, Anthony? We all want Isak to be a Red. Right. Sky Sports' Keith Downey said, my feeling is this needs to be sorted swiftly. I don't see it dragging out until the end of August purely because of the numbers involved. Now that they've put a formal offer in, it is more likely that it will get done. Newcastle cannot allow this to drag on into the new season. Next up, though, we had Dave O.C. Kopp with an exclusive to say Liverpool now willing to pay Newcastle up to £80 million up front with £50 million next year and £10 million in add-ons, bringing a total package up to £140 million, but with a more appealing structure. Second bid could be with Newcastle as early as today, but the second bid has been lodged, and we'll get to that in a second. Ben Jacobs said Liverpool have no plans as it stands to bid for Isak in this window again, which is untrue because the bid's gone in already from what we're led to believe. Nature of Newcastle's rebuttal means Liverpool will not follow up with a second offer. Newcastle rejected 110. Now, we don't believe that that's the case because there's multiple reports to say Liverpool are going in to lodge a second offer. So let's wait and see how this one pans out. We think the second offer will go in. We don't know if it'll be accepted or not. As I've said many times, this will come down to what Newcastle wants to do. But I don't see Liverpool going in like Ben Jacobs said, who has been brilliant, by the way, in this window. Ben Jacobs has been absolutely top-notch in all things Liverpool. But I can't see that Liverpool won't go back in. They'll just make one offer for 110 million and then run away. Nobody wants this to drag out, as Keith Downey from Sky Sports was saying as well. It's in nobody's interest for this to drag on all summer, as Isak needs to find a club, Newcastle need to find a replacement, and of course Liverpool need to know what's going on with their front line as well before they sanction sales for the likes of Federico Chiesa, Darwin Núñez. So I disagree respectfully with Ben Jacobs on this one. I do think though Liverpool maybe getting to the point where they're saying, look, this is it, Alex, we can get to this number and we put that forward to Newcastle. If they reject it, well, we're not going to play silly beggars, because that £150 million, surely there's no way anybody gets to that. 140 that Dave was Cop mentioned is still a very, very high number. 80, 50 and 10 in add-ons, which is an incredibly high number for Alexander Isak. So if I'm Newcastle, like I've said all the way through this, I would absolutely be biting Liverpool's hand off. Still no news, though, on a centre-back. I hope we go and get Mark Gay, even with that positive news about Ibrahim KONATE, because like I've mentioned many times, Mark Gay, KONATE, Virgil and Gomez, yes please, that is a collection of centre-backs that, one, I think Arne Slot could keep happy, and two, I think could keep us fans very happy as well. Even if we picked up a knockdown, we'd still have some real quality and in-depth at centre-back. So, also, of course, we've got the squad number announcements today. Florian Wirtz confirmed as Liverpool's number 7, which is absolutely fantastic. Number 6 for Milos Kerkez, which I see a lot of people are unhappy with. Off the top of my head, I think it's 22 or 24 for Ugo Ekitike. I'm sure you'll let me know which one it is in the comments. But I'm just really happy that we do see, finally, Florian Wirtz getting that number 7. Timing was well, of course, with Lucha moving on. That freed up the number, and Luis Diaz has taken. Let me know in the comments, one, if you've ordered anything from Adidas today. It's a 10-year deal for Liverpool. We believe up to 1.2 billion over the course of those 10 years. And that is a change of tact from Liverpool. Usually 3 to 5 year deals with kit manufacturers, but 10 years, 60 million guaranteed, plus obviously the percentage of sales. We believe that will take them up to about 120 million a year, or 1.2 billion over the 10 years with the red stripes. I'm like a pig in poo today, ladies and gents. Already very deep into the Adidas store. Let's just go with that one. Home jersey on the way, a couple of training tops as well. Let me know what you guys got. Pricing, I don't, look, this is going to sound nuts because all this stuff's overpriced, but it was a little bit better than I was expecting, especially for some of the tracksuit tops and stuff like that. 65, 70 quid. Realistic numbers, to be fair. So I'm a very happy red today. But I want you guys to join us tonight, because I think you'll agree we have a lot to discuss around the Isak situation, and of course the game's coming up on Monday as well. So until then, keep an eye on the Anfield Agenda WhatsApp. We'll give you the very latest. Don't forget to join us at 8:45. Thank you for your time. Happy Adidas Day, and maybe happy Isak Day. We'll let you know more later. Talk soon.